me the man.
I came to play. There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees. I came to play. Just get out of my way. I came to play.
And welcome. I'm your host, Mark Izzo.
I'm your other host, Dillon O'Brien.
And this is the Burning Hammer Podcast. This is a professional wrestling podcast where we talk all things professional wrestling. We release new episodes every single week, and we focus on more non-current event-based stuff, which you will see in this episode. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at The Burnt Hammer. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube at The Burning Hammer. And you can listen to The Burning Hammer Podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Plus, me and Dillon, we write articles for Vendetta Sports Media. So make sure to follow them on Twitter at Vendetta VSM. Follow them on Instagram and TikTok at Vendetta Sports Media. And check out vendettasportsmedia.com for all your sports leads, TV, movies, gaming, you name it, they cover it. Head over to vendettasportsmedia.com. Dillon, today marks a very special day. For those of you who are listening and not watching, me and Dillon, for the first time in the Burning Hammer history, we are live in the flesh. Now, this is not the first time we've ever recorded a live podcast in person, because we have tried a few different podcasts before, but this is the first time for the Burning Hammer Podcast. We're in the same building. Let's give it up for ourselves.
Yeah, just super grateful for the fans. I'm happy for them that they get to watch us be together in person. They get to see some cool stuff on my walls. My Tyrese Maxey poster. My AJ Styles action figure. And quite a few other things as well. But very excited to get this episode cracking live in the flesh, Mark. We're here. We're talking wrestling. And there's really no better way to do that than live and in person, face to face.
That's right. This is the way podcasts are meant to be done, damn it. And this is how we're gonna do it. And to kick us off, as we are doing now, we've got a question of the week. This week, if you could put any wrestler in any faction, which wrestler and what faction would it be? Dillon, I'll kick us off here. This one could be a hot take, but I'm putting someone in Blackpool Combat Club. And I'm putting Marina Shafir in the Blackpool Combat Club. Give it to me. I don't care. She gets way too much hate online. I think she would be a perfect fit for the Blackpool Combat Club. And I think Blackpool Combat Club, they could use a female edition. So I think
that would be interesting.
I think
it's a fun.
They really haven't been. They don't know what to do with Marina Shafir, or at least that's what it feels like since they signed her. So I think she would be a great addition to BCC. Dillon, what is your answer to this question?
Okay, so my first thought, and the thing I was going to say, and I'll still tell you, but it's not the one I ended up settling on. I was going to say Kota Ibushi into the Elite, which, of course, obviously would be a beautiful reunion for the Golden Lovers and the Golden Elite, and it feels like it's probably going to happen eventually. Yeah. So that's kind of why I strayed away from it. And I don't care what anybody says. This needs to happen. It's Baron Corbin, and he needs to be a part of the Judgment Day.
Okay.
It's Baron Corbin just recently got sent back down to NXT this week. Looks like he's going to be doing a little program with Carmelo Hayes. And then I would expect him to probably get back to the main roster shortly after his program with Carmelo's over. But, I mean, what a perfect fit Baron Corbin would be into the Judgment Day. Baron Corbin gets far too much hate.
Agreed.
He's much more talented, and he's got a lot more to offer than people give him credit for. And he's got probably two of the sickest signature and finisher moves in all of wrestling. I will never let that down. The End of Days is an elite finisher, dude. It's such a cool finisher. Awesome. So is the Deep Six. So that is what I just think the vibe. I think it would just fit so perfectly. I think they have different options if they want to end up putting them into the Judgment Day. They want to add somebody, and it looks like it's probably going to be J.D. McDonough, and we've seen some. They've kind of planted the seeds. We had a backstage interview with J.D. and like Finn was walking up as he was walking away, so it feels like we might end up getting that long term. But I think Baron Corbin, you could have him add in as just like another Healy tool bag. You could have him add in as a guy who really wants to be a part of the group. So it's more of like a comedic thing, and they kind of just like have him out to go do all their fighting for them because he just wants to be a part of the Judgment Day so bad. I think there's a lot of directions they could go with it, and I think people would really, really, really like it. I swear. I think it could possibly be the thing that puts Baron Corbin over.
So I completely agree. I think that Baron Corbin and Damian Priest would make a good tag team.
Ooh, yeah, dude. I like that.
Good tag team.
I like that a lot.
Judgment Day, they don't have like a dedicated tag team. I think Priest and Baron Corbin as a dedicated tag team would be awesome because Dom's too over on his own. He gets too much heat, and obviously Finn's awesome. And I'll tell you the other person, because I was thinking about putting Baron Corbin in a faction, but not Judgment Day. I was thinking about potentially putting Baron Corbin in Schism.
Ooh.
Because I feel like it could fit with him sort of being down in his luck. He keeps losing. All this bad stuff keeps happening to him. And then he just turns to Schism, and they sort of help him out of the rut. And I think he could also be a good fit for there. But stop hating on Baron Corbin. The guy gets too much hate, and it looks like he's going to challenge Carmelo Hayes for the NXT title. And like you said, Dill, I don't think that he's going to stay in NXT for a very long time. I think it's just to help put Carmelo Hayes over and give him another win. So there you have it. Let us know on our social media or in the comments, which wrestler would you put into what faction? Let us know. We're interested to hear your thoughts. And moving on, we have another new segment. And I'm super excited for this one.
Yeah, me
We've
too.
been bringing you guys new segments. Last week, we got a little hot. We got a little spicy. We read some hot takes and we rated them. This week, we're testing Dillon's knowledge of theme songs for WWE. Ruthless Aggression era, 2002 to about 2008. So basically what this is going to be is how many theme songs can Dillon guess correct in 1 minute. So I'm going to have to put a minute on the clock here, and we're going to see how many theme songs Dillon can get to. And before we do that, we're almost at 100 subscribers on YouTube. Maybe we've already hit it by the time this video comes out. Even if we did, make sure to give us a subscription. Subscribe, like, comment, do all that good stuff. It really helps a long way. And help get us to 1,000 followers on TikTok.
Big time, yeah.
Because we can't go live on TikTok until we hit 1,000 followers. Mm-hmm. So we want to go live on TikTok also.
And so we need your help.
The Burning Hammer universe, we need you. Are you ready?
Yes.
I don't think you heard me, Dillon. I said, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Triple H.
Yes.
Great Khali.
No, you can also skip.
Skip. Oh my God. Lita?
Yes.
Devon.
Yup.
CM Punk.
Yup. 30 seconds left.
Skip.
Under 20 seconds.
Legacy.
Nope.
No? Evolution, yeah, I meant. Yeah. Fuck, I said Legacy.
5 seconds.
Shawn Michaels. Brock Lesnar.
Time.
I don't. What was the last one?
That was Shane or Stephanie McMahon.
Stephanie.
Wow. I don't know how many you got.
Yeah, you let us know.
I'm gonna.
We'll put it up on the
screen. I couldn't keep track of how much he got right, but
that was solid, right? That was pretty solid.
I feel like you probably got over 60%.
Yeah,
maybe,
I would
if
say.
I had to take a guess.
Bro, the one was it fucking
the second one?
The second one.
It was Muhammad Hassan.
Yes, bro. I couldn't remember his fucking name. I just said great. I kind of think I knew it wasn't Great Khali. I was just like...
No, it's the similar...
Yeah.
It's very similar, but...
Bro, that's what his name was. Muhammad Hassan. Yeah. I couldn't remember.
All right, so there you have it.
Son.
Dillon...
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like you got a good amount right there. So let us know if you have any segments you think we should do, any ideas. We're going to keep rolling out some new ones, and then once we can't think of any new ones, we're going to keep doing... the ones that we've been doing, and I think the segments are a lot of fun.
Yeah,
so
totally.
Let us know. I know we've got a few more ideas. So right now, Dillon, why don't you tell the people what we're going to be doing for the podcast?
So to round out this episode of the podcast, and for these last however long this episode is, me and Mark are going to attempt to build the perfect wrestler. And the way we're going to do it is we have 8 categories. Those categories are entrance song
/ entrance as a whole.
Okay. Ring attire. Sorry. One sec. Ring attire. Presence. In-ring ability. On the mic skills. Crowd work. The signature move. And a finishing move. Now. Those are 8 different categories. Me and Mark will be going back and forth, each picking a wrestler to represent each category. And at the end, the 8 categories combined, you let us know who formed the better wrestler, the more elite professional wrestler that will go down in the annals of history, in the amazing history that is professional wrestling. Which one of these 2 guys would be the top guy? That's up for you to decide. Couple of rules. We're going to be going back and forth. And once a wrestler has been picked, they cannot be picked again. So, for example, if you pick Seth Rollins' entrance, you cannot pick his in-ring skills. If you pick Roman Reigns' mic skills, you cannot pick his presence. So, that being said, I'm going to give Mark the first pick.
Thank you. Yeah, so this one, entrance song, there's a few really good options that we could do. But for me, I think what I'm going to have to do, and this could be a bit of a hot take, this could be a bit of a screw job for another category, but entrance song / just straight up entrance, give me the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Ooh.
I mean, he's got a great entrance.
Does have a great song.
Great song. Probably the best current wrestling theme song in the game right now. And, I mean, just based off the pure amount of pyro this guy gets, I mean, give me Cody Rhodes all day, every day. Entrance song and his entrance as a whole. Cody Rhodes off the board. So that means we cannot pick Cody Rhodes for, say, on the mic. So that's where things are going to get a little bit tricky. Dillon, what entrance song / entrance are you taking?
Yeah, so I'm going to possibly screw us both over in the long run here as well.
Okay.
And I got to go with Seth Rollins.
All right.
I'm taking his entrance and his entrance song. I just need my guy, the wrestler, just whoever my guy ends up being. I want them to have the need it.
Yeah. Nope. That's a great pick.
That entrance, Seth probably has the best entrance in wrestling right now.
Yeah. Agreed. And he's someone who I was debating between him and Cody also. Yeah. So, and I wanted him for a different category. I wanted him for the entrance gear and ring gear, actually. Yeah. I was hoping you weren't going to pick him, but here we are. Fear not, I've got another good option. So my wrestler, their entrance gear, their in-ring gear, give me none other than the god of professional wrestling, Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about a guy who really puts on the entrance gear. I mean, I would say Seth is the only person that does it better than Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're not familiar with Kenny's ring gear, then definitely check out some stuff he's done in New Japan. He came out as Terminator, and a few different things. So give me Kenny Omega. I'll gladly take his ring gear. So yeah, that means that's a tough one off the board, because we're really, I think once we get to the signature and finishing move, it's going to be thin. So there you have it. I'm taking Kenny Omega, the god of professional wrestling.
Entrance and ring gear. I'm going to go with Becky Lynch.
Nice. That's a great pick.
Yeah, she has great ring gear. Always has some cool fire stuff for her entrance, especially in the big time Bex era.
Yup.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I'm going to go with Becky Lynch there.
Nope.
Always has some fire gear.
That is, I was considering taking her also. I mean, it just goes to show her and Seth.
Oh, yeah. Just like
power couple.
Creative juggernauts.
I mean, and it's funny because we were, when I was watching.
You could pick either of them for any category, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how you know. So I was watching Night of Champions, and she came out in the all yellow.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she looks like Kill Bill. Yeah. And then it got closer, and I was like, wait, she's dressed
just
as
Kill Bill. Yeah.
And I was just like, my God. Because I love the Kill Bill franchise. So, yeah, I mean, Becky Lynch, that's a great pick. So, for presents, this one's tough. Because I've got two that I like. I feel like I've got two options. I know there's one that we both know.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to decide if this other guy, if I want to take him now or try to get him in another category. But I think I'm going to get him now. It's not who you think it is. The presents, give me the Ring General Gunther.
Dude, that's crazy, because that was we were probably thinking of the same two guys then, because that was going to be my second pick.
Oh, nice.
If you didn't take the proper pick. The Tribal Chief.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns.
Right. I mean,
give me his presence. I mean, the guy can literally control an entire crowd without saying a word. Like, literally with just, like, looking around, raising the mic, putting it down. Like, it's just his facial expressions. Truly, nobody feels like a bigger star than Roman Reigns. But the Ring General Gunther. Not a bad pick at all.
Yeah, so
great presence.
Roman is really good at working the crowd, like you said, without even saying a single word.
Oh, yeah.
Like the way he'll just reach out, grabs the mic, and you talk about a guy that finds the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns finds the camera.
Yeah.
So, great pick. I wanted to go for more of a scary, heelish presence on
totally.
on my wrestler. And
Gunther totally would have been my second pick if you picked Roman Reigns.
Yeah, those were my two also. So, let's talk in-ring ability. Because this is where I think we're going to differ. And this one, I've been on record before talking about if I could create a guy, this is the guy whose in-ring skills I would want. This is an easy one for me. Give me Malachi Black. This guy, the way this guy strikes, the way this guy uses his feet, his quickness, I've never seen another wrestler do anything like this. And he's just truly, I would just love to wrestle like him. I mean, he's just so versatile. He can choke you out. He can strike you to death. And he's just the way, I've never seen anyone be able to really use their feet and their legs quite like Malachi Black does. So, in-ring ability, give me Malachi Black. I think he's super underrated and slept on in the ring for sure. So give me Malachi Black all day. Welcome to the team.
So in-ring ability, I really, really want to pick this one person. But I'm going to take the risk in that I can get something else from that person later on.
Okay.
Hoping I get there. So, in-ring ability, I'm going to take, in my opinion, the greatest technical wrestler in the sport's history, and that is Bryan Danielson.
It's a great pick.
Yeah, I think, like I said, arguably the greatest technical wrestler in the sport's history. In my opinion, he is the greatest technical wrestler in the sport's history. I think Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, doesn't get enough credit for his ability to change his style and his ability to adapt to his opponent in ways. I mean, this guy was giving us great matches with Roman Reigns when Roman Reigns, people did not want anything to do with the guy. This guy has given us great matches against pretty much everyone he's ever gone against, and there's never been someone probably in wrestling's history that has forced their way to the top quite like Daniel Bryan, a.k.a. his real name, Bryan Danielson.
We talked about it a couple weeks ago on the podcast, too.
Yeah, exactly. So, in my opinion, he's the greatest technical wrestler of all time. I'm going with Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, that's a great pick. That was that was literally my second option as well, so that's a great pick. I mean, you really can't say enough good things about him, and he's one of the guys where you put him in the ring with anyone, and he's going to make him look really good. So, Great pick. All right, so let's move on the mic. Now, I think there's a few good options here. And
plenty of options, yes.
There's a lot of people that are great on the mic, and I'm going to go for a bit of a sleeper here. I'm going to reach deep, deep, deep into the bag. This may be controversial, but you know what? This is a hill I am more than happy to die on. I will be screaming this until the day that I die. On the mic, give me none other than awesome! Give me the Miz.
I came to play. There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees. I came to play. Just get out of my way. I came to play. Weirdest hand signal of all time with the Miz with this one.
Yeah.
Chick magnet.
Dude, I specifically remember that shirt because I bought it. The chick magnet.
Yeah.
So, there you have it. Give me the Miz. I don't care. The Miz is slept on the mic. He gets not enough recognition, and if you have any questions about his ability on the mic, go ahead and watch his segment with John Cena. And who else was in that?
Roman
Reigns.
Yeah.
He absolutely cooks them. Watch his segment on Talking Smack with Danielson. They had a great little, I don't know, I guess it was a little mini documentary about it where they both talked about what happened with that. So it's definitely a great watch, and definitely check it out and watch some highlights because The Miz is really good on the mic.
Amazing.
I think this is a good spot to pick someone who's a bit of a sleeper so you don't have to lose them for the later rounds because we're getting onto the juicy stuff here.
Yeah, totally. So, down to on the mic. So far, yeah, definitely going to go with him. I'm going to go with L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
L.A. Knight is impeccable on the microphone. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is literally amazing. Yeah. He is unreal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, L.A. Knight is just incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
he is just amazing. When it comes, dude, what was he saying to the Street Profits? What he said to the Street Profits the other day? Oh, dude, I forget.
He was like, he did his thing where it's like, it's LA Knight's game. He's like, you guys want the smoke? Well, LA Knight will give you the smoke.
Yeah, he was like, well, I got news. LA Knight is going to give you the smoke. Yeah. And then he he threw Montez, he was like, how dare you throw the microphone at Wade Barrett?
Yeah, he tossed the mic at Wade Barrett. That's great. I mean, yeah, great pick. That's another, I would say, a bit of a sleeper pick for sure. And
yeah, probably it's probably not the first guy you think of, but Like you said, you got to save some other guys, but LA Knight, undeniably amazing on the mic. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Let me talk to you.
Also, I just put out a video. We release short form videos on all of our social media as well, and we sort of discuss things that we may not discuss on the podcast. And I just released a video about who should win the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and all I'll have to say is yeah. So if you want to see who I think should win the Money in the Bank ladder match, yeah, go ahead to our social media and check it out. So,
yeah.
With that being said, let's talk crowd work. Let's talk working the crowd. Let's talk about interacting with the crowd. This one, it's a bit tricky, because I'm trying to figure out who do I want that's going to work the crowd. And I think there's probably a few decent options, but the person I'm going with is none other. The next Condom, Dominic Mysterio.
Nice. That's a good pick.
Talk about a guy who gets the crowd going. Talk about a guy who can't get a word out because the crowd hates him so much.
Yeah.
So, Dominic Mysterio, ex-Condom.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about a guy who I want in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Give it to me. Honestly, I tweeted it out. I stand by this. I would like to see Dom challenge Seth for the title.
It would be pretty awesome.
You want to get some more heat on Dom. You want to put Seth over the top. Have them face
Seth versus Dom instead of Finn and Dom. Yeah. Or Finn and Seth. Yeah.
Give
I love
it to
that.
me at Money in the Bank.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Do it, you cowards! Gosh.
Wow. That's an idea, man.
Yeah. So.
I love that.
Hey, WWE, you know, if you want to hire the Burning Hammer boys,
yeah.
I am available. Trips, give me a call. I know you got my number. I know you follow us on Twitter, so you can DM us or whatever, but get in contact with the Burning Hammer boys because we got some ideas.
Yeah, for sure. So, damn. Crowd work.
Crowd work's tough.
I'm choosing between two people, and it sucks because I'm not gonna pick either of them for the other two categories, probably.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give it to him. Give me Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
All right.
Give me MJF and his crowd work. The AEW World Champion.
Great pick.
Yeah, I mean the guy threw a drink at a child.
And the internet went into flames.
It was. I mean, the guy.
Reportedly, it was alcoholic.
What? Ooh, was it? Did not know that.
Well, there's some reports. There's some people say it was like fucking tequila. Some people said it was just water.
Yeah.
People were saying it's a plant. I think everyone overreacted. If you ask me, MJF can dump water or tequila on me whenever he wants.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a plant. Wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't, though.
Right.
Either way, yeah. MJF's crowd work, he can get, and the guy, he's so good at just when he's getting too popular, he loves to throw a dig out there. And the type of digs this guy throws out are the type of, they're mean. It's like not the type of heel stuff that you can just like ignore.
Yeah.
It's like stuff where you're like, all right, you're really good, but fuck you for saying it's like.
I mean, the guy throws his gum at people every time he walks out. On his way to the ring, he'll just get his gum and he'll just throw it at somebody.
Dude, what was what? When he sang when he sang the song the other day. Not the other day, it was a little while ago. When he did like his rebar mitzvah. When he did the performance, what was he singing?
I don't know.
Oh, it was like shooby dooby.
Oh. Yeah. And then he just proceeded to make out with every girl that he had in the ring.
Yeah, it was.
That guy's unreal.
Yeah, and he's so good at like, especially when he would do the. I love when he did the thing I'd be like, 'cause I'm Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and I'm better than you, and stop saying my damn catchphrase, 'cause I don't, like, oh my god, it's so good.
No,
Like,
he's great because I remember the first time I ever watched him, and it was one of, like, the first AEW. It might be, like, Fyter Fest or Fight for the Fallen. One of their first pay-per-views, and I didn't buy the pay-per-view, but he was in, like, the Battle Royal that they had, and he just cooked everyone. He went in the middle of it. He just cut a promo, cooked everyone, called this guy without any legs Lieutenant Dan. And so,
I remember that.
And ever since then, I've just been hooked on him. And I mean, the guy's unreal. And one of the things he does that I love when people do is someone will be on the outside and he'll go to like hit a tope suicida, and he'll just keep running back and forth.
Oh yeah,
and then
likes to hit him with that. Yeah.
I mean,
love
he's
that.
great. So. MJF, great pick. I was trying to figure out where I could take him on this list, and I hadn't quite figured out the spot, and I didn't have him planned for my signature finishing move, although the Heat Seeker is a great move.
Yeah.
So yeah, MJF, great pick. So let's move on to the signature move.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't love a good signature move? There's a lot of good options out there. So for me personally, I was trying to think of a signature move as I hit my signature move, and then I wanted to pair it with a finishing move that I can transition into.
Okay.
So with that being said, this should be his finisher, but it's not. And you'll figure out why I did this. I'm taking the Blue Thunder Bomb.
Ooh, I knew you were going to take it,
I think that as a signature move is an absolute steal. It should be a finishing move.
Agreed, yeah.
But Sammy uses it as a signature, so I will happily take it as my signature move, and I'm going to pair it up nicely with the finishing move. So there you have it. Great move. I wish he would hit it as his finisher.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people use the Blue Thunder Bomb, and I think it's an underrated move. So
yeah.
I mean, I'll happily take the Blue Thunder Bomb as my signature move.
Yeah. So for my signature move, and what I'm gonna do here is something we call a callback in show business.
Nice.
And that is what we in show business, callback is when we refer to something in a previous episode or previously in the episode. And I'm calling back Baron Corbin.
Nice.
And I'm taking the Deep Six.
Very nice.
The Deep Six is an unreal finish or signature move. The idea, it looks so cool, but it's very simple.
Yeah.
You hit on anybody. It's basically a sidewalk slam that you just make look really cool by spinning in circles.
Yeah, it sort of is just like a modified sidewalk slam.
But it just looks really good, and I'll tell you this, Baron Corbin knows how to hit it, and he can
hits it perfect every single time.
I will say that, yeah, dude. Let's go back on the Baron Corbin wave for a second. For someone that like people hate so much, his signature and finishing moves, like we said, so creative, so cool.
Yeah,
like they're both so awesome.
Very protected.
Yes, super protected. God, yeah, dude. Give Baron Corbin some respect. Give me the Deep Six as my signature.
Deep Six because you can sort of hit it out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Well. Like you can hit it. Like they could be down, someone could just be running, and then he just hits it.
Yeah, it's like it could look like someone's going for a clothesline, he could hit it. That's why he can prepare to hit it, he can hit it out of nowhere. There's awesome. Like a lot of different ways to hit it. I love the Deep Six.
Yeah, so that's a great pick. And we love Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin, you're welcome on the podcast whenever, or maybe we can come to your house and cook some meat with you.
Yeah, dude, we'd love to smoke some meat with you.
Yeah,
Baron Corbin,
let's talk some meat because we could learn a thing or two.
I'm talking, we pull the bone out of that guy and it slips right out.
Yeah.
That's the type of meat we're smoking with Baron Corbin.
That's
as long as he's willing.
Yes, of course. That's the type of meat you pull and it gets you tingling down below. So,
yeah.
Baron Corbin.
Would love to smoke some meat with you, brother.
Let's talk meat. So, let's move on to the finishing move. This one's tough because there is, in my opinion, one finishing move that is the best finishing move currently. However, I'm not going to take that because I want something to pair nicely with my finishing move, or with my signature move, excuse me. So when you think about it, you got the Blue Thunder Bomb, you throw them up, you spin them, they're laying on the ground. What am I doing for my finishing move? Going to the top rope.
Yeah.
Climbing the ladder to heaven. And for my move, I'm going to Blue Thunder Bomb them down, go to the outside, climb to the top rope, and hit me. I'll hit you with the coup de grace.
Ooh,
Give
nice.
Me the coup de grace.
Yeah, I love the coup. That's not where I thought you were going to go with it, but I honestly love it.
I love the coup de grace.
It's such an underrated move, seriously.
I think pairing the Blue Thunder Bomb into the coup de grace.
Yeah.
That's a great move. I just think the idea of just jumping from the top rope and just stomping as fucking hard as you can on someone's chest is awesome. So, it's really, I haven't seen anyone else hit it besides Finn. And I'm not saying no one else does it. I'm just saying I haven't seen anyone use it as their finishing move. I like when people will do like a standing coup de grace as well.
Yeah.
That's sort of Cameron Grimes' finishing move in a sense. So give me the coup de grace. There's a lot of good options for Dillon to take for his finishing move. So
yeah. So I will say I'm pretty happy because I was tempted to take the in-ring ability of this wrestler, but I was hoping their finishing move would fall to me. So give me possibly my favorite finishing move of all time. The Styles Clash.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, the Styles Clash, in my opinion, it's such a cool move.
It's awesome.
For AJ Styles to be able to hit it, I've seen him hit it well on everybody he's ever attempted it on.
Yeah.
And I mean, at his size, to be able to do it and do it so safely.
Yeah, that's the thing. Cause
like
that could
it is
go wrong quick.
like that is a type of move that could go wrong so easily.
Yeah.
But it's just such a fucking dope move. And it's truly the type of move I love. I'm also big on finishers that set up nicely into a pin.
Yeah.
So that's why I love. You could hit the Styles Clash and just roll right over into the pin. And like you said, yeah, like the One-Winged Angel is probably the best finisher in wrestling. The way it just falls so perfectly right into the pin. So that's something I wanted to take into consideration as well when picking my finishing move. And I went with the Styles Clash.
Great pick. And I'll say this too. I love the Calf Crusher.
Oh, yeah.
AJ. The Calf Crusher is awesome. I love that he can kind of just like roll into it whenever. So there you have it. Let us know. We are going to pop our wrestler up on the screen right now. And you let us know who's got the better wrestler. And you let us know which wrestler would you pick for these categories. Again, the categories: entrance song, entrance/ring gear, presence, in-ring ability, on the mic skills, crowd work, signature move, and the finishing move. So, with that being said, it's gonna wrap up the podcast, Dillon.
Wow.
How are people gonna know when we release new episodes?
That would be by following us on social media.
That's right, Dillon. That's right. You can follow us on Twitter at The Burnt Hammer. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube at The Burning Hammer. You can listen to The Burning Hammer podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast. And you can watch us on Twitch at The Burning Hammer podcast. We release new episodes of the podcast every single week. Plus, we live stream Mondays and Fridays, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Plus, we are doing watch-alongs for AEW Dynamite and Friday Night SmackDown. So come watch some wrestling with us. Again, you can watch us live stream on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, wherever you catch your live streams. And please subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Help us get to 100 subscribers, and make sure to follow us on TikTok so we can hit 1,000 so we can go live. Dillon, any closing words for the people?
No, just thanks for tuning in to our first in-person episode of The Burning Hammer. Really looking forward to growing as a community in the professional wrestling community and in the podcast community. Really, anybody always feel free to comment. Always feel free to tweet at us. Even if you want to start an argument with us, we'll argue with you.
Yeah.
If you hate our opinions and you think they're very wrong, you can let us know, and we'll try to back them up.
Yeah, and so the thing is that
just we love to interact with you guys. So social media at the Burnt Hammer on Twitter, at the Burning Hammer on everything else. Just love to interact with you guys.
Yeah,
so let us know any new segments, comments, suggestions, anything.
And the thing is that I feel like a lot of people feel like you can't disagree or you can't just have a different opinion than someone without it being an argument. Like, we can talk about it. Obviously, we're going to have different opinions. We're not going to get into a fight. So, like, we will discuss it. Also, just to give you a sense of what the Burning Hammer community is, we are good vibes only. So if you have anything negative or if you're talking shit on anything, we don't want you. This is good vibes only. It's a safe space. Yeah. So we just want everyone's welcome.
Yeah, like I said, me and Mark have different opinions. We'll argue all the time. We'll argue with you, but at the end of the day, that's all it is. It's all arguments, and we're all here for the love of professional wrestling at the end of the day.
Yeah. So let's make professional wrestling a fun and safe space. With that being said, I'm Mark Izzo. He is Dillon O'Brien, and this has been another episode of the Burning Hammer Podcast. We'll catch you next week.